pushing water. Evolution of pumps. Oscar Army in the eye of the whale. Yeah, we see you, man. Whoa, there it goes. Dumping the water up over the fence. Flip this to bump their head at the top. Ultra 9000.
Hana Hui A Maui.
Aloha, my ohana. It is your boy back with another aquatic adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, we talk about everything in the aquarium hobby. I got another banging video for you guys today. Now, I am super excited for this video because it's a product review video. Yeah, I love these. I received something from a company named Sicce. We got something from Sicce. Now, if you don't know who Sicce is, I don't know. They're just the leaders, the kings of pushing water. And I got one of their newest products. I can't wait to show this product off to you guys. The specs on this thing, phenomenal. Now, if you guys are familiar with Sicce, you know they just introduced a whole brand new product line right now. And I'm just looking over here because look what's on the wall. It caught my eye. I just happened to look up here and look at, this is a huge praying mantis. Yeah, we see you, man. I know you see me too, dude. Look at him. Woo, yeah, this guy's so big he caught my eye. I was like, what is that? And then I realized, oh, there you go. It's a praying mantis. What's up, Mr. Praying Mantis? I couldn't draw this up if I wanted to. Big old praying mantis hanging out. He's smart. He's hanging out where all the insects are because they get sucked into this thing. This thing is awesome, by the way. Anyways, this thing, I think it covers half a acre. Yeah, this thing right here, the ultimate mosquito bug catcher. This thing right here. But anyways, just wanted to say what's up, man. Hey, you distracted me from my intro. All right, so now that we got that taken care of, what I was trying to say is we're gonna head over into the fish room, Tiki Lounge. Behind me, Tiki Falls. Don't get them confused. Tiki Falls, Tiki Lounge. 8,500 gallon koi pond, and then Tiki Lounge, my fish room. Let's go check out what I got. All right, so we are in Tiki Lounge, my fish room. As you can see, I got my big Sicce sign on the wall. Over here to my right, your left, is my volcano scape, which I absolutely love. Look at the volcano erupting, the red lava, one of my favorite scapes of all time that I've ever created. Behind me over my left shoulder down there is the Oscar Army. We are gonna do an update on the Oscar Army. So for those of you that are wondering how the Oscar Army is doing, stay tuned, all right? Now, I got the Sicce sign, the Sicce shirt, but I'm waiting for my Sicce hat. Come on, Sicce, I'm talking to you, Jay. Come on, brother Jay. Where's my Sicce hat? You guys already know I'm a Sicce guy, so I need my Sicce hat so I can wear in my Sicce video that I'm doing. All right, I'm calling you out, man. Most of you guys in the aquarium hobby, you've gone through, I guess we can say, the evolution of the pump. Now here's my evolution of pumps in the aquarium hobby. Started out with this bad boy. A lot of you guys have seen this type of pump. And then I kind of graduated and went up a few scales and started using this pump. And then I upgraded again. This is my evolution. And this right here is the Sicce Ultra Zero. Very, very popular pump. Now I absolutely love this thing here. Now I use it all the time. But, you know, I'm always wondering and I'm always wanting to push more water. Yeah, I want to push more water. I want to push water faster, especially when you have a fish room with 6 aquariums, probably total gallons is like 1,000 gallons. I need to get rid of that water when I'm doing water changes. Now, I love my Ultra Zero, and this thing right here, this is my baby. But let's just imagine if we fed the Ultra Zero some steroids. Yeah, what type of pump would we get from Sicce if we fed the Ultra Zero steroids? You get the Sicce Ultra 9000, not 8, 9000. This thing is a monster of a pump. Oh, Hana, let me just tell you, this thing pushes 2,250 gallons per hour. We're talking bells and whistles, my ohana. It drains water down to 5 millimeters. It has an integrated float switch. Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. Let's get this thing out of the box. Okay, out of the box, this is the older brother of the Ultra Zero. As you can see, the Ultra Zero next to the Ultra 9000. Yeah. This guy's like, hey, you want to pick on me? Okay, let me go get my older brother. Yeah, what's up, man? You got problems? We got problems here? Yeah, let's get into this Ultra 9000. Now, right off the bat, you got your manual. Don't forget about your warranty, all right? Make sure you do this because guess what? Like Sicce 5-year guarantee, we got the warranty. 3 + 2 online, so make sure you register your product online so you get the full 5 years. Nobody does 5 years. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. These are the pieces it comes with. Pretty easy. We're not going to spend too much time on this because I want to get this thing pumping. You guys want to see what it does, right? We'll go over just a couple of the specs. 110 watts is what it's running, okay? 2,250 gallons of water per hour this bad boy is pumping and pushing. This is really impressive too. The head pressure, water going up. 21.5 feet. You talk about an animal right here. Beast mode. Cool thing about it, 20 feet of cord. Most cords are like 10, maybe 8 feet if you're lucky. 20 feet of cord, absolutely love that. And it can suck up solids up to 8 millimeters. Now let me show you something right here at the base. This is adjustable, all right? So you can open this up. Okay, it comes with 4 of these adjustable valves here at the base of the pump, and you can see it opening up. Or you can just close it by turning the knobs. You can see it close. That way it keeps all the particles out. But if you're just pushing water, which that's all we're doing, I'm going to leave all of these open, and I want to suck this water out. I want to put this pump to the test. Let's talk about tubing. This is the accessory here that we would use to add our tubing. So it goes in millimeters, 25 millimeter, 32 millimeter, and 40 millimeter, or 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and 1/4 inch. So those are the types of size tubing you can use on this adapter. We're going to put it on. It's really easy. We're going to grab this adapter. We're going to slide this over the top, flip it upside down, and then we're going to add our washer. And then we take this bad boy and then we just screw it right on top. We don't want to cross thread. We want to make sure we're doing good. All right, this bad boy will go straight on. Really easy to do. Not only that though, if we want to modify it and add the elbow, check this out. Super easy to do. I'm going to do this one hand, okay? So you just slide this part off. It just slides off, okay? One hand. We grab this main pipe. We just pull it right off, okay? See? Take that off, and then we add the elbow, which is really cool. This is the cool part though. Check this out. Slide this back on. It's all one hand, okay? All one hand. Slide that, snaps in, holds everything tight, okay? And check it out. You can swivel this 180 degree. Yeah, pretty cool, right? It just adds another option. So you got the elbow there, which is really cool. But I'm not using the elbow, so we're just gonna go ahead and slide this back out, or slide that off. It comes straight up, all right? You don't have to twist or turn. Right there, make sure the washers are down. We're gonna slide our pipe back in. Make sure you have it to where this lip catches in there. And that way it's nice and straight. And then we're gonna add this like so. Snaps right on, really easy. Now you may notice this little switch on the side. It says auto and on. On means it's just going to be on and it's going to be pumping water. If you flip this to auto, there's a float switch in here. On this side is a float switch. Let me open this door up. It's really easy to open up. I'm just going to take a screwdriver because I don't want to mess my beautiful manicure that I have done. Just kidding. I'm going to open this door here. That right there is the automatic float. Basically has magnets in there. So we're going to go ahead and close that. Really easy to do. I'm going to flip it to the other side, and this control valve, I believe, is what's controlling that magnet. So when we have it on auto, when the water drops down, that little floating mechanism will rise and shut the pump off automatically. Also, it has a thermal protection if it's running dry, so it'll shut off automatically. It also will try to restart itself once it shuts off. That's one of the ways it will, try to flush out anything that's stuck in there just in case it gets clogged. Sometimes that could help by shaking loose debris up or breaking up particles that are causing the pump to jam. So it has 3 safety mechanisms built in this bad boy. Now to get to the impeller, it's really easy to do. So we're gonna slide this cartridge off. You got a screw here, and then there's 4 on on the bottom. Take off those 4 screws, the bottom comes off, and then you can access the impeller if you need to clean it. But, you know, enough talking. I want to see what this thing can do. And I know you guys want to see how fast this thing can pump too. So I have some water staged. Well, we're going to put this thing to the ultimate test. I love the handle. This thing, awesome. Do not ever grab your pump by the cord. It can mess up and damage your cord. They made this cool, and I want to say it's kind of cute too. I see what you're doing, Sicce. The whale, that is their slogan. Follow the whale. Hold on. Follow the whale. That's what they do. They usually whisper it. Anyways, cool little handle. I love that. I love the fact that it's got a hole. So if you wanted to run something through here to hang, I get it. So it's not touching the bottom, which I might do something. I might modify something in that to hang this in an aquarium. Oh yeah, maybe we'll hang it for that aquarium there. That's 150 gallons. I want to see what it does on that. But before we do, so I have my 2 Brute trash cans. This is what I use for water changes. I got my 44 gallon and my 32 gallon. So I actually filled up the 32 gallon with some water that's treated with MICROBE-LIFT, of course. So this is what we're going to use to do the water change on the Oscar Army Aquarium. So for the time being, what we're going to do is use this to push and test out the Sicce Ultra 9000 pump. We're going to pump water from here into here, and we're going to see how fast it does it, and we're going to see all the bells and whistles. We're going to see if that auto float switch works, and let's just get to it. As you can see, we have the bottom wide open. We also have the switch on auto. I want to see what it's going to do in auto mode. Now, as far as the hose goes, I don't have any 1-inch hose clamps. Shame on me, so I'm just using some zip ties. This isn't the way you want to do it. I'm just merely doing this for the video. So we're going to go ahead and drop this beast down inside the Brute. Man, I hope this hose doesn't fly off, because if it does, oh gosh, it's going to get crazy in here. We are going to do a stopwatch to see how fast this thing will pump 32 gallons. Whoa, there it goes, and it is shooting out. Wow, that thing is moving some water, my old Hana. Check it out. Wow, the force on that. Yeah, that thing is no joke. Pump is working, water is moving, 32 gallons to a 44 gallon bin. And we're gonna see, wow, look at that water go down. Look at that water line, you see it? This is all real time. Look at that water. Now, I'm kind of curious if that kill switch or that float switch is gonna work. I have it on auto, okay? So what's gonna happen with the whole auto mode is, it should shut itself off. And then let's see if it restarts itself. That's what I want to see. That water's getting really low. Oh, look it shut itself off. So the float must have went down, which is fine. There's probably about 6 to 7 inches of water left. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch, flip that switch to on. Oh, it just kicked back on. It kicked back on. Oh, wow. That's cool. Oh, there it goes. It shut itself off. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip the blue switch down here, take it off of auto, and we're going to put it on. So now it's going to, we'll see if it shuts off. I have it on. It's just going to suck till that water goes down. But there we go. Oh, it shut itself off. Perfect, just like it says it is. Oh, now it's restarting. Wow, that's cool. Remember I said it'll start itself? It'll shut itself off, restart itself? Oh, that's awesome. Let me go ahead and unplug this bad boy. Now I think we could agree, my old Hana, this thing moves water and moves it fast. 32 gallons, well, it wasn't full to the top, so, you know, we'll give it a couple gallons. I don't know, maybe it was 30 gallons, but you get the idea. A to B. Now, I want to do a water change on the Oscar Army Aquarium, which is 150 gallons. I just want to show you guys in perspective how fast it could move the water out of this aquarium, which I'm pretty sure you guys have a general idea of how this thing's going to work. Now, I'm going to actually do a little bit of modification here. In the eye of the whale on the handle, I actually cut some wire. This is some like plastic coated wire, and I'm gonna stick this through the eye of the whale, and I'm gonna use this as a hanger to hang on the side of the aquarium. Here, let me show you. So this is what I'm talking about. So we have it hooked in the handle, and this is just hooking over the top. Now I don't know the gauge of this wire, but it's pretty durable, pretty thick to hold that up. Plus the buoyancy of the actual pump in the water isn't that heavy. So it's just hooked on here, and I can adjust the levels of heights with this gauged wire, which I think is pretty cool. Pretty genius idea to modify this. Now let's plug it in and watch this bad boy start draining. All right, so we just plugged it in, and you can actually see that water moving. Look at that water line. Oh my Lord. Yeah, so that water line, I don't know, I have it on mode, so I don't have the float or the auto mode on, which is fine because I know it's going to drain as low as that right there. So that's a good 3/4, yeah, I would say 75% water change. Now let me show you where the water is going out. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's like a freaking fire hose, man. And you can see just in that little time how fast the water has dropped in this 150-gallon Oscar Army aquarium. Now, man, when this water drops, I do have to stick my hand in there, and I have to make adjustments on right there. You can see the aerator, that little bar there. They kind of lodged it from there. Look at that. That water is moving in no time. Within, I don't know, minutes. I would say a minute and a half, I'm already at almost 50%. Almost. I would say in about another, I don't know, 20 seconds, we'll be at a 50% water change. This thing is moving, my ohana. And you can see it's actually doing okay with the tie that we have on that hose and not a hose clamp. It's still doing okay. It's holding it. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's pretty much done. This was all like real time too, ohana. I didn't want to stop and re-record and all that stuff. So, I mean, we're looking at a minute right now, a little over a minute, minute and a half. And that is already a little less than halfway on this 150-gallon aquarium, as you can see it here from a distance. That little hook thing worked too, that little wire hook thing that I did. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it because I have it on and not auto mode. It just shut itself off. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it now. I'm not even gonna lie, that was probably 2 minutes. And look at, you can see the water has dropped. It's a little over 75%, I would say. But now we're just gonna add the water, but I'm gonna do some fixing in this aquarium with the bars back there, the aerators. So we'll go ahead and take this pump out and do that really quick. So as you can see, it's almost getting full. It's almost to the top. We are using the Ultra Zero down in this trash bin here with the water. We already dosed the water. Now some of you guys may be saying, hey, why don't you just use the Ultra 9000 and fill up the aquarium? It's a great idea. It'll probably finish it a lot faster than the Ultra Zero, but that force that comes out of that hose would destroy an aquarium like this with substrate. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put a plastic bag over it to try to kill a little bit of the pressure. So I'm just going to fill it up with the Ultra Zero. So that Ultra 9000 is really good to drain aquariums. You know, I got the 6-foot aquarium in here. I got the 150-gallon Oscar aquarium here. I have, you know, the 275s here, a couple 75s on the other side there with the flower horns in there. I almost forgot we have to feed these bad boys. Well, we're going to go ahead and feed them a whole handful of Massivore Delight. Watch them go to work. You guys ready to eat? Oh, yeah, you know. Now, I love using sinking pellets with these guys because I don't want them to, you know, bump their head at the top. They hit the surface so hard that they'll hit their head on the cover, and I don't want that. So that's why I prefer sinking pellets. But you can see we have the beautiful red here Oscar, we have the tiger Oscar, we have the two twins Lutino Oscars. They look dirty, huh? But they're not albino. A lot of people think they're albino. And then we have the yellow or lemon Oscar, I should say, in the background there. So yeah, they're doing absolutely great, guys. Now we're gonna put that Ultra 9000 to the test. Remember how I was talking about the height on how high it could pump upwards, 21.5 feet. Well, we're gonna kind of test that out. We're gonna see how it works. We're gonna go in the backyard and I'm gonna do a water change on the secret pond. All right, my ohana, so we're in the backyard now. Over my shoulder there in the far back corner is my secret DIY Madaka pond. Now, the reason why I call it a secret is because my wife didn't know about it for the longest time and I was keeping it from her. And she recently found out about it and she just did one of these. You know when they roll their eyes at you like, ugh. So I got the patented eye roll from the wifey, but everything's good. Now, like I said before in the past, it's best to ask for forgiveness than for permission. All right, let's go. So here is my secret DIY pond. As you can see, we got our little aeration action here. This is a little bamboo waterfall feature that I have. It's actually being ran by the solar. Now, I was talking about the height, right? I got the hose up at the top there. That's about 8 feet, okay? So from down here in the pond to the top of that fence there is 8 feet. This should be light work because the height for this pump is 21.5 feet. So we're gonna go ahead, put the pump inside this pond. So let's go ahead and do that and plug it in. This bad boy is going to do some work on this little mini pond now. Look at that, light work. Look at the water. It is being pumped out of this little mini pond really fast. I have the hose right over there, so we're gonna replenish it with some new water, add some of our MICROBE-LIFT. It has no problem dumping the water up over the fence. That is what the water height means when it comes to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it. What can I say? Sicce does it again. The Sicce Ultra 9000 did light work on the 150-gallon aquarium. It did light work on the outside pond. Now just think about it, my ohana. If you guys have ponds, let's just say you have a 1,000-gallon pond and you want to do a water change on it, 50%, 15 minutes, that bad boy is drained. You did a 50% water change on it. That's how fast and how strong and powerful. We test the height pressure. I mean, that was a little over 8 feet. The height pressure is 21.5 feet. So it did light work on that. I just wanted to show everything that this thing said it was going to do. I wanted to show you guys that it did. The float valve, it shuts itself off, it restarts itself. The bells and whistles on this thing, Sicce really took it to a new level. Like I said, this is like the older bully brother of the Ultra Zero. And it's still good to have the Ultra Zero as like to pump the water into the aquarium. This right here is great for fish rooms. If you have multiple tanks, if you have monster tanks with 1,000 gallons, 500 gallons, 300 gallons, I highly recommend the Ultra 9000 by Sicce. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, man. I absolutely love this product review. If you want to see more Sicce product reviews, right up above, right there's a card. It says Sicce. I created an entire playlist devoted to Sicce. So go check out all the products. And a big shout out to Sicce. Thanks, Brother Jay. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys in that next video. Much love and aloha.
Hana Hui A Maui Hana Hui A Maui